Hi there, I'm Kelly Hydebrader, and this is Lenawee. We have our cameras in the hands of our student reporters all around Lenawee County to give you that first-hand look at the incredible experiences going on right here in our community. And today we take our cameras along on a tour with the 7th graders from all around Lenawee, and we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at a dairy and what it takes to give you that nice cold glass of milk.
Well, we're here at Hudson Dairy learning about careers in agriculture.
Well, we first started over in the barn and they showed us how we processed milk and what temperature milk comes out as.
Milk is actually 100 degrees when it comes out of a cow, and then they use a machine and then it comes out 37 degrees in 30 seconds.
I also see that the cows of how they eat, how they produce milk, and how they how they live.
Cows up in here, and they're actually really shy of us, and you would think they would be shy. We would be shy because they're really big.
It's good for them to get out of the classroom and see some real world experiences. You can see a lot of kids that maybe aren't the best students sometimes light up and show some interest because you know, it's practical, we're not in a textbook. And that's good for kids.
I was looking forward to looking at the cows. I'm a real big animal fan. I love looking at animals and how they do.
This could be an interesting job. I did learn that farm is not just about milking cows.
I really think it was cool because I got to really pet cows, and like one put their tongue on my hand. It was super slimy.
I want to help out cows, and I mean there's over 7,000 cows I'd say here. There's a lot of cows, and I'd like to help out with all this, and I think it's pretty cool that we get to come here and see all this and how it all runs.
Wow, wasn't that really interesting? And that's Lenawee County pride right there. We go from pouring an ice-cold glass of milk to pressing some cider. But hang on, we'll take you on a tour of our Tipton Highway campus right after this.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Welcome back. The Center for Sustainable Future is our campus on Tipton Highway, and students there are learning about natural resources, agriculture, and of course horticulture. And they love to really dig into their schoolwork. And today they are teaming up with our residential construction students, and together they are learning how to press apples to make a yummy apple cider.
So today we're working with the natural sciences or natural resources and horticulture class. We come out and we collaborate with them and make apple cider. Apple cider, apple sauce, and a couple other things. It's typically not what we do in residential construction. It's a nice break for my guys. It also lets them know what some of the other classes are doing out here, and it builds teamwork.
We have two groups. One's cutting the apples, quartering the apples to make it easier to grind. And then once we're done grinding it, we'll throw it in the press to make apple cider.
About a bushel of apples will give us about 2 5-gallon buckets of quartered apples. And out of that 2 5-gallon buckets of quartered apples, once we grind them and press them, we get 2 to 3 gallons of cider. The neat thing about the press that we're using today is it's kind of a traditional style. And after grinding, even before we start pressing the apples, you're getting cider coming out of it.
Yeah, so this is a refractometer. It measures the sugar content in liquids. So what we're doing today is we are making apple cider, so we're measuring the sugar content in it as well. And what we're doing as a class is we did this last year, so we're measuring how it's changed from this year to last year.
It's a good experience.
Wasn't that fun? And those students are pretty smart. Hey, stay right there. Our horticulture students are teaching us even more about how to grow some of our favorite houseplants right after this.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Oh, go for cake!
Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes. And it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more gopher cakes. Empty the box, they're reload. Eat those gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
All right, it's time to get growing, and we're here at the Seed House, and I'm having my horticulture students, give me some 411, the how-to on what we do with this plant right here. I have Maddie with me, and Maddie, I know this plant as a rubber tree plant, is that right?
Yeah, it is. It's also known as a jade plant.
Okay, so the official name would be a jade plant. Okay, so many of us have this at home, and I like to share it with some of my friends. I wish this were my plant, because it's huge and it's beautiful.
Very nice.
How do we share this with other people?
Well, you can take cuttings from it, which is called propagation.
Okay. And so to propagate, we probably put it in soil like this, right?
Yes.
All right, this does not look like the soil that I have in my own backyard. What's in here?
There's peat moss, and the white stuff that you see in there is called perlite.
Okay, why do we put that in there?
It absorbs water.
Okay, and so that's probably good for the roots?
Yes.
All right, and so this isn't, I can't really dig it up from my backyard.
No.
Right? We want this also because it's a fresh start?
It's a, it's a sterile environment for the plant.
Good. Okay, that makes it a good start. So you said we're going to use this kind of soil. We're going to use these little pots, right? So we want to fill up some soil in there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put your hands in there. Is that all right? Do it like this. So tell me about your class.
Well, right now we actually just got poinsettias in.
Ooh.
And we all have our own poinsettia plant right now.
Okay, and so you have to grow Mr. or Miss Poinsettia and then make it bloom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this your second year in this class?
Yes.
All right, because you know a lot. Yeah. All right. So I filled up the 3. How did I do? So far, so good?
Great, yeah.
All right, so now we have some fun tools here. Tell me about those.
Well, this is a floral knife, and these are pruners. You could
either way
is perfectly fine.
Okay. So you said there are different ways to, what you say, propagate, right? Okay, so how do we propagate?
Well, there are 3 different ways to propagate this plant, the jade plant. You could take a leaf cutting, which you just cut the leaf right off, or you could take the tip of the stem right here and put that in soil, or you could take the whole stem section, put it in soil.
Which should we do first?
We could do the leaf cutting
first. Knife. All right. Anywhere on the plant? Where would you like to go? I'll let you decide.
Take this one right here.
So if it were me and my own personal plant, I'd probably tuck one that's like
Yeah.
hidden, right?
Yeah.
So what am I looking for? I just clipped this off on the end. What are we looking at here?
Well, you're looking at...
So you have a little bit more of a stem than I do.
Yeah.
Should I have kept more of a stem on mine?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Try another one. I'm just going to take it off with my fingers.
Okay.
Is that
Fine. That's fine too.
So, because sometimes there's a few more hormones in the ends of these that might help it.
Yeah.
Is that about right? Okay. So what do we do first?
You're just really gonna take your leaf and put it
Pop
in the
it
soil.
in there? That's all? Well, how does it know to grow? Pretty smart, isn't it? Yeah. So there are hormones in the ends of these. And that'll start a root from growing from that end, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're pretty smart, Maddie. All right. Technique one, or now what?
And then we can take the tip of the stem.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn it this way.
Okay.
Take a tip.
Yeah, this one right here.
Ooh, that looks a good one. Oh,
Right
good
there.
one. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe if I could get to it. I'm just gonna take it off.
Take it off with your finger. And that, see, it really comes off pretty simply.
Yeah, it's
now,
a pretty easy plant.
Now let me ask you this. There's another tip here. Is that what you're asking me to get? That second little nub right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it that we want to include that little nub?
It's called the node.
This is
so
the
that's
node.
where, like you said before, all the hormones and stuff are in.
In there. Okay. So do I need to do anything with these bottom leaves? Just pop it right in?
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much.
Let's go for it. That was really hard.
Yeah.
I can see where you could do a whole bunch of these all at once. And like, these are extras. Can I just stick them in here for, you never know? I don't waste anything.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a couple more we'll put in there. So that was this tip end. And we've done the leaf. And now we need to do the actual partial stem itself. So
yeah.
I'm gonna let you pick because you're gonna look at this plant yourself and see what you think. You know, that's a little naked now, but that'll be okay,
This
right?
one right here would probably be a really good.
Let's show that one this way. Right here, this stem?
Yeah, this stem.
Okay. Why do you like that part?
I don't know. It's because it's got nice leaves that are growing here and it's got a nice tip.
Okay, let's go. You cut it. Show me how you're gonna cut that off.
Okay. So you're just gonna go right at the base of the stem. Maybe if I could get in there. And just...
Okay, and you made it a diagonal cut on that. Why did you do that?
It's easier
Let's show
to
that.
absorb the water.
So you didn't go straight across, you went a diagonal. So I guess it makes the surface of that cut a little bit bigger, doesn't it, when you do it at a diagonal? All right, that's pretty darn big. Now what are we gonna do with that one?
All you're gonna do is just stick it in the soil.
Oh, that's it? A+, Maddie. So here's the question I have after doing all of that. I would think they need some moisture. What do we do now? We have to have some water, right? Water.
All right.
All right, so after all of this, Maddie, here's a big question that I have. It's gotta have some water, right? Okay, what do we do? Just a little bit?
Well, yeah, it doesn't... For right now, you might want to water it quite a bit because they're just
starting out.
Okay. But usually, when it does start to produce roots, you don't really need to water it as much.
Okay, so does the plant look different when you know that the roots are on, or does it, when they start growing, or does it, do you just literally lift it out to see them growing?
Well, for these, it won't really look all that different, but for these ones, they'll start to like...
You see a sprout?
Yeah.
Okay, pop some water in that one too. That was our tip cutting. And it's kind of nice as a little science experiment maybe to see how many days you see some growth.
Yeah.
So out of these three, which one's going to be the quickest to propagate?
Probably this one.
The one that had the most stem on it?
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. And do you do these kind of science experiments in your class? So you do. So in all these cutting propagation techniques, about how long will it take for us to get roots for each one, do you know?
It really depends.
Okay, like on light?
Yeah, and like how long you keep them in the sun, how much you water them. They do like a lot of sun.
But within a month or two, we'd be able to share these with people, wouldn't we? Especially this big one.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie, you've done such a good job. What do you think about the jade plant? They're pretty, they're really cool looking, aren't they?
Yeah, I enjoy them. I have a lot in my house.
Do you?
And so do my family.
So in your class itself, what's your favorite part about it?
Well, I really like the floral culture and the landscape aspect of horticulture class.
So you're learning all about different plants, and you're also learning how to incorporate them in a landscape. And hopefully they all survive, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Maddie, so good to have you here. You did such a good job.
job.
You know so much about the jade plant, and now, so do you. Well, they make it look really easy, don't they? Coming up, hundreds of people right here in Lenawee County lace up their shoes to help their neighbors. I'll tell you all about it right after this.
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency.
There.
Or your escape route.
I am not fast.
Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries.
Low battery.
Number 3, know the facts. From blackouts to floods, no matter the emergency, the more you know about it, the better you can deal with it.
You're gonna need some upgrades.
Number 4, get involved. Lend a hand in your community to help others know their role in an emergency.
You guys, do you feel this? We're gonna be heroes!
You can be a hero by being prepared.
Yes!
Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hey, welcome back. People here in Lenawee County are very giving and supportive, and it's the gold rule right here in our hometown. And one way we're all helping others to raise money and also awareness for those struggling with mental illness is to have a 5K run and lift them up. Listen to this.
This is the Mental Health Erase the Stigma 5K event. This is our 4th year.
A fun, creative way to get all the community involved. I mean, there's over 600 people here today.
Just out here raising awareness for mental health, illness, and substance use issues. It really warms my heart to see the community support us like this.
I'm running with my company, Birth Tales and Beyond, and we're just gonna have a great time today. We're just here to support. And I just go for fun. I don't really compete. I love 5Ks. I like to bring awareness and help a good cause.
Adrian Steele actually supports the community in a lot of different ways, and it also supports their employees and their families. As you can see, I have my family with me. We support, we do this together.
This is a good way to talk about sponsors, talk about ways to get help, get involved, and it's just kind of a fun way to talk about mental health and just bring light to it, bring light to the issue. We're such a small community, we need to get together and bring awareness because some people don't understand the severity of mental diseases. It kind of gets pushed aside.
It's so important for everybody. We're all raising our kids in this community, and starting at a younger age and getting them aware of it, it's very important.
I am very blessed to have the opportunity to work with these individuals. I work at Community Mental Health, so to see this kind of support, it validates what I do every day. I'm working with clients who are going through mental illness. Everybody knows somebody that's dealing with some issue of some sort.
A lot of us go on our daily activities and we don't think about others who may be struggling.
Lots of the runners would pass you and they'd say, like, keep going, so everybody's just out there for each other.
Internally, it's a shameful thing, but it doesn't have to be. Get some help. Look at everybody here that would be willing to lend a hand. Just don't go through life alone if you're struggling. Just reach out to somebody. We're here, a friend's here. Just know somebody's always there for you. That's the main thing.
A community that really comes together. That's Lenawee County. Well, that's our show, and if you see something amazing going on right in your neighborhood, well, we want to know about it. Just email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. I'm your host, Kelly Heidbrader. Make it a great day, Lenawee.